For those of you that don't know me, my name is Isabella and I'm the founder of Sacred Light Alchemy. Welcome to another live today with the full moon in Cancer, with the archetype of the mother or caregiver. And we are doing, as usual, I'm going to say what is the timeline for our event. Usually it's around 1 hour, more or less. So for you that is sticking around for the whole hour, thank you. For those of you that just want to skip some of the parts, I'm going to also put down below the timestamps with what we are doing. So first of all, as always, I'm opening the ceremony with the sacred space so that we feel safe, we feel secure in this circle. Amazing. And then I'm going to talk to you about what is the full moon in Cancer and what it represents for all the signs of the zodiac, how this influences the zodiac signs starting from Aries up until Pisces. After that, tonight we are going to do a good clearing meditation because we are going to connect with the water. It's going to be powerful, so stick around. And then usually I pull out an oracle card to get like the overall energy for our circle, and then closing the circle. So short and sweet for some of you. For some of you, maybe it's long. As I said, just go on into the description box and you're going to see the timestamps if you want to see just specific section of this live. Again, welcome and thank you for being here. We're going to start by opening the sacred space. So I invite you to close your eyes, hands in prayer, or left hand on your heart, right on the belly, and just listen to my invocation. To the south, to the west, to the north, to the east, to the Mother Earth, to the Father Sky, and to all stellar nations, all light beings, guides, ancestors that need to be here, have to be here. Please allow the people that need to see this to be here, to connect with me at the soul and spirit level, so that they are going to be connecting with these energies now or after the recording is done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are going to set an intention for tonight. It can be anything that pops in your mind, just something that you maybe need to solve or need to understand or need to heal. Yeah, there's an intention. Amazing. And also, last but not least, I'm going to invite also our higher self or the divine self to join us as well. Thank you. Slowly, we are going to detach from this state and open the eyes. Amazing. And now, as usual, I'm going to talk to you about tonight's full moon in Cancer. And for that, I'm also going to pull out also the chart this time. For those of you that maybe are familiar with the astrological chart, let me see if I can share this. If not, I believe that we are going to need to do it in another way. Leave it until now. I believe that it's not possible when I'm live. I'm going to need to figure this out. If any one of you know how to share the screen during the live. Please comment when you see this video so that I know the next time. So for now, we are just going to, you're going to watch me, see me, um, while I'm talking about the full moon in Cancer tonight. Okay, so the full moon, what is a full moon? A full moon is every time the moon, which represents the feminine side of our psyche in ourself, be it woman or man, and the sun, which is the masculine side of our psyche, or the masculine energy, is opposite the moon. Okay, so they are one across each other, 100 degrees. Just imagine that they are like in a on a tennis playing field, one across the other, and they are completing a cycle. Let's say 2 weeks ago and 6 months ago, when the new moon was in Cancer 6 months ago, which was more or less in July, and 2 weeks ago when the new moon was in Capricorn. We also have a live on that if you want to check that out, of what was the energy then, because we also in the new moon we also set intentions and plant the seeds for that, with that energy. Now with the full moon in Cancer, after 2 months, sorry, 2 weeks or 6 months respectively, we are going to find, or we are going to see the first sprouts or the first fruits of this cycle, right? Of when the new moon started. When the feminine, which is the moon, and the masculine, which is the sun, have come together and they started the process of creation. And now we're going to see something developing. Maybe the process hasn't completed fully. It was just a part of the process, and so on and so forth. We're going to first see what is happening. What is the outcome of that creation, in a way or another. And also for the full moon, we have the possibility now to clear the field. If there's something that we don't need anymore, or we don't like anymore to be in our life, this is the time to actually purge that thing. Okay, it can be just preparing our next cycle, for our next cycle of creation when the new moon is starting, or just that we are preparing for another cycle, not necessarily a new project or something new to create. Okay, amazing. So as I said, we need to purge something, we need to release something, we need to let go of something. I'm not sure how you feel the energies, if you are in tune with the energies of the full moon or the new moon, but specifically today and in the following days, because usually it's across 3 or 4 days when we feel these energies. We can feel very emotional. Why? Because the moon is in Cancer. Cancer being the one of the most sensitive and vulnerable, let's say, emotional wired signs, together with Pisces and Scorpio. But going back to Cancer is the most, let's say, inner directed, because they need a lot of safety and protection. So the softness, they are trying to protect it very well. Amazing. It's also the full moon in Cancer, as I said, as an energy, is telling us that we need to connect more with our inner child. Okay, or parts of us that we haven't connected for a long time. And also it's also the mother archetype, as I said. So we need to see how we can connect with the archetype of the mother, and how to better take care of ourselves, because when we are adults we don't necessarily have a right on mother to take care of us. such as when we are kids. Okay, hopefully everyone had a mother or a caretaker when they were kids, but when we are adults, we are the ones that need to take care of ourselves. And in our process of evolution, the mother archetype also grows, also develops, also evolves. So let's see today what the universe or what these energies are asking from us in terms of caring for us or mothering ourselves. How do we need to grow in that aspect? Okay. Also, this is another energy we need to tackle or understand or connect with. Also, the full moon in Cancer, as I said, connects with our emotions, with the inner child, with the inner mother or caretaker. And last but not least, it's also the soul part of us. Okay, what gives us safety, what gives us something familiar or comfort in ourselves. This is our, let's say, inner more um, more substance. Also, the innocence that we have inside to connect, the purity that we have inside to connect with in these times. Um, this is just a general. um, I wanted it to show you on the chart, on the astrology chart, how the story in the sky develops. Maybe next time, but for now I always want to share with you the story that I usually see on the sky when I want to talk about the full moon, or what is the universe trying to emphasize as a story that we need to integrate, recognize, become aware, and integrate in our life in order to be in alignment with everything that is going on, right? Because that's the purpose of understanding where we are at, what are the energy asking from us, what do we need to recognize in ourselves, because not everybody is going to perceive these things the same way, because as I said, there's the birth chart of the full moon, but there's also your own birth chart that based on that coming together, they are forming of what I say a third element that is going to show us how to deal with these energies and where to deal with these energies, in what sector of your of your life these energies, the full moon energies, are going to be available. Okay, so the story, as I said, that is playing out on the sky is very simple. So we have an ascendant. Maybe some of you that know astrology knows this is kind of like the door, let's say, or the intro. Okay, the intro of this asks from us to be to come back to the heart. Okay, this is the first thing, let's say, the intro of the story, to ask us to go back to the heart and say, breathe slowly and recognize the level of self-love that we have for us. If we don't understand that we need to acknowledge that we need to love ourselves more, and maybe we can start today to do that, to say, I love myself, I forgive myself, I'm even if I did something wrong, let's say, or I have done wrong to myself or others, I can forgive myself. This is also part of the mother archetypes, that archetype that needs to evolve and be compassionate about the way you need to make mistakes so that you grow. So as I said, the intro would be saying or feeling how much, seeing how much you love yourself, then taking responsibility. okay? Because then we have an energy in Capricorn. For those of you, the energy in Capricorn, also we have the sun in Capricorn, right? Sun is across the moon, which is in Cancer. So the sun in Capricorn is asking from us to take responsibility for whatever mistakes we have done, because if we are not understanding our mistakes, um, um, we cannot really grow, right? We are going to just repeat the same mistake all over again, and it's not necessarily a sin. It's more of a way of understanding that with understanding our mistakes, we grow. Okay, and sticking to the same problem or repeating the same problem is not going to make us grow. Okay, so taking responsibility for the fact that we have grown or need to grow in some aspect because we have done a mistake that I don't know, made us consider or made us harm or others, or any other way of how you take responsibility. Maybe just a responsibility that you recognize that you don't necessarily love yourself the way you would like it to be. Okay, so take responsibility that you don't love yourself the way you like to be, and then take out all the, let's say, the things that brought you here. Okay, because if we have this process of recognizing our mistakes, we also need to open our minds to think outside of the box and invite, let's say, the universe, a force which is higher than our own limited mind, to let us know. And also today, for those of you that are, for example, Catholic, in Spain, for example, where I'm at right now, is the Epiphany Day. So Epiphany is something, as I said, that comes to you as a higher force and is telling you, wow, this is what you need to change. This is how you need to um, um, put yourself together and love yourself more and correct your errors and so on and so forth, right? So open up the mind, thinking outside of the box, leave this higher force and epiphany to come inside of you and give you the solution, and you understanding it, allowing it to enter. Okay, enter your mind and your psychic in order to understand, as I said, where you need to change in life, how you need to love yourself more, and so on and so forth. So the epiphany comes now. So after you realize that you don't love yourself, taking responsibility, opening your mind to see where you need to change. Now you're going to go to where or how you feel safe in order to make that change. How you feel safe in your life, and take, let's say, make yourself like a sacred space in your home, and take responsibility in that sacred space to allow yourself to change for the better. Recognize where you have done something wrong, or you have you did some errors, and change that. Okay, and then closing, let's say, this that would be what I said until now was the intro, and um, the story, the large story, and the closing of the story. The closing of the story is actually detaching yourself with love from everything that you've experienced. Detaching doesn't mean that you are not loving yourself or loving someone or loving the experience you went through. It's actually not to get attached to the story that you were in, the people that you were caught in the story with. So forgiveness takes place. Love is actually love is higher than, let's say, the egotic love, and it's like more of a unconditional love that you can now incorporate in your system. Okay, and this is just what the full moon in Cancer is telling us to do. This is a general, right? This is not for a specific sign. It's for everyone watching, and especially for the one watching, and for the collective. Okay, amazing. So now we're going to go to each sign of the zodiac, starting with Aries, ending with Pisces, and I'm going to say where the full moon is going to influence each sign for you in your life. Okay, so Aries, your soul is going to be shaken out, um, or you are going to be, let's say, triggered by the universe to change something in your home. I'm going to also say, let's say, a more spiritual, mundane, and more healing, let's say, level, so that you guys understand various levels where these energies are going to come into your life and trigger something in you. So, as I said, maybe you want to change your home. Maybe you want to refurbish something in your home. Maybe you want to relocate from the town, city, or country you are in. These are just ideas that may come in your mind, but you also need to act on it when, as I said, you are going to have the self discipline and responsibility to do that. It can come just now as an idea, or for some of you already had the idea and now it's the action. Also, depending on everyone's level of consciousness or where you are at in this process, you are going to do that. It's either the idea or the action that needs to be done, or both of them. Why not? Maybe you are just up to things to move quickly in your life. So also for Aries, you guys can heal a very significant part or aspect of your inner child. So for example, if you have a traumatic or not necessarily happy childhood, you had problems, for example, with your mother if you are feminine, or with your feminine father if you are masculine, you can heal and forgive something related to that in this period. So mind you, for Taurus, they have now the capacity to understand better how they really communicate, or how they not communicate. Remember, the communication is not necessarily just by speech. The communication is from the hands, is from the language of the body, from the face. From not talking, it's also a communication. It has an answer, right? So you, Taurus, you're going to become more conscious, or the universe is going to trigger you to become more conscious of how you communicate to yourself internally, but also externally. Okay, how you maybe say bad things about yourself, and you expect others to tell you good things, but you say very bad things about you. So analyzing this internal speech or communication with yourself, and then with outside. Also, you can start now a course if you are interested in doing that. You can go on a short trip, for example, these days, that are going to be maybe becoming more becoming a bit emotional. They are going to bring some memories in your mind, in your psychic. So be aware of that. Then Gemini. For Gemini, the energy is coming into your money house, or sector of the chart, where you have your own resources. Okay, so now you can actually see how you spend your resources, your money, your time, your skills, your assets, and how you understand the value of your time, money, and resources or skills. Okay, so maybe you need to redirect these resources in a different project now that the full moon is telling you that you have close maybe a cycle, not to linger in things that are not useful for you anymore. So you are going to move a bit in a different level, or you are going to, as I said, redirect these resources into something new. And with that as well is going to come something that will bring more abundance to your life. For Cancer people, the energy is happening in the house of self-esteem, how you see yourself and others, and also your image in the world. Okay, for example, you can have just the quick stuff such as changing your hair, changing your looks in some way or some form that is going to affect, in a way, good or bad, your image about yourself or others' perception about you. But also, you can find now maybe a higher level of confidence if you are getting in touch with your emotions better. Okay, and maybe you can heal something related to your self-esteem, because, for example, some of us can make I don't know, can feel a low confidence or low self-esteem, and just because of that we are going to change the look or appearance of our hair or face, but not realizing that that's actually something that we need to this is let's say lower level. That means that at a lower level we or a deeper level, better than lower level, a deeper level, this maybe it's an emotional need that is not fulfilled, and because of that it's affecting the way we perceive ourselves. So maybe dealing with that thing, you are not going to necessarily have the drastic change that you want to do with your face or teeth or lips and so on and so forth, and actually solve that emotional issue in yourself and do the change internally and not externally. Keep an eye on that. For Leos, the energy is happening in the house of the retreat, the house of the soul, the house of where God resides in ourselves, where we retreat to find our higher self and God. For example, this is such a place where we are going to retreat to find ourselves better, to see to understand the fears that we have, to understand how we can connect with ourselves in a deeper way or higher way. Okay, this is Leo. This is for Leo, and they can heal something related to their most deep fears, and maybe something related to the fact that you didn't consider yourself a spirit, for example, or someone that God loves and wants to connect with, and so on and so forth, and you were disconnected from this side of yourself. For Virgo, the energy is happening in the sector of your birth chart that is connecting to your dreams and wishes, groups, associations, of all parts, friends. So you can now, for example, get out of some of the friendships that you had or groups. Maybe you want to release some dreams that you no longer resonate with, and bring something new in your life, and just connect with different dreams. Or the universe is bringing you the friends, the people that are going to help you make your dreams come true. This is for Virgo. So welcome, Virgo. She can also Virgo can also become a bit more popular than usual during these times. For Libra, the energy is happening in the house of reputation, your status, your career, how people in society are perceiving you in terms of your status. For example, you are married, you are single, you have a kid, you have two kids, or you are a doctor. or lawyer, and so on and so forth. So the energy coming here now is going to bring, let's say, something that you started, as I said, 2 weeks ago when the new moon in Capricorn was related to your career, or 6 months before, in July, um, when you started something that you wanted to come to close or to complete. Okay, now it's the time to do that. Okay, also it's related, mostly it's related to your career or your status, or your level of relationship, the level of relationship. You can, for example, be single and now become engaged or married, or for some of you, unfortunately or fortunately, getting divorced, having a child, why not? So these are just a few things that can happen in your life, Libra. So Scorpio, for you, the energy are happening in the house of your beliefs, your core beliefs, your lifestyle, how you perceive spirituality, or what is your religion. Okay, and by religion doesn't mean that if you are called Catholic, this is where your religion, in what you believe. Okay, that's your religion. So maybe now, because of this full moon in Cancer, the universe is going to invite you to release some of those beliefs that maybe are limited for your own growth, and those religious or tight beliefs are holding you back from your own evolution, and you don't see yourself as you could have been, or how you could grow out of that. Okay, also you can have a trip in these days, or you can actually not go on a trip because of different issues that you may encounter with that trip, or you can go on a trip and change the views or the beliefs that you had about that country, or that side, or site that you are visiting, or including about yourself and your life, where you are situated, where you live actually. Okay, so that's for Scorpio, right? And also for Scorpio, it can be that they can take a course, for example, a new language course, something new that is good for them to open their mind to evolve in some way. And it can be something long term, 1 or 2 years, it can be. For Sagittarius, the energy is happening in the house of your resources, shared resources with others. So you can now, for example, Sagittarius, maybe pay taxes, because this is also the house where you need to pay some taxes. You can, for example, talk to your boss, your manager, or your partner in life or in business, so that you allocate more or less of your resources in the project that you are currently in. But also, it's also a very good time for transformation in terms of healing. For example, you can definitely allocate resources and time to your development and transformation, because this is going to help you understand yourself better, of why you are not feeling self safe in the world, for example, or why you close off sometimes when you want to be outspoken. These are just a few things that you can try, you can be triggered to solve or transform in these days. For Capricorn, for Capricorn, the energy is happening in the house of relationships that we have with others, such as friends, colleagues, or lovers, your actual husband or wife, but also your, for example, business partner. So the way you relate to your relationships, right? The way you relate with yourself, the way you relate with others might change now. Why? Because you're going to understand that you love yourself more, for example, or you don't love yourself as much as you wanted to love yourself, and you're going to try to change that. And based on that, you are going to maybe release some of the relationships that you already have, or you are going to invite some new relationship in your life. Also, the way you relate to yourself might change, so others are not going to resonate with that side of you, or that part of you that is growing inside of you. That relationship that you are going to have now with yourself does not allow some people that were old friends or a family in your life to understand that side of you. Okay. Aquarius, that's almost, we are almost at the end. So Aquarius, the energy is happening, the full moon is happening in the house of your ritual routine, where you do the work day to day, like a soldier, let's say. Okay, where you have your health going on, your routines. Also, this is also the detox. For example, if you are trying to have a gut detox, you want to cut sugar, or you want to cut some carbs, or you want to cut some of the gluten or something like that. It's the perfect time to do that because it's very good for your gut. Aquarius. Also, it's the time when you are going to see that some of your routines, for example, are not very in touch with your inner self. For example, your outer self, your family, your colleagues, your business, or your job is telling you to actually have a schedule that your internal self, which is your true self, does not necessarily resonate with. And that is because it's determining, or it's making a cut, a separation between who you are in your core and what others think you are, or what you think you are. So maybe now you're going to make the necessary changes and listen more to your internal side. Remember that the full moon in Cancer is everything to do with your internal child, with the mother that is taking care of you, and understanding your inner needs, uh, that are no more or less important than what is happening on the outside. So if you can marry the two of them in a way that both can coexist, right? That would be great. Otherwise, do not, I always recommend you do as you think it's right for you, but I always recommend to not diminish in any way or shape or form your internal gut, your inner child, or inner wisdom that is you. Okay. For Pisces, the energy is happening in the house of children, hobbies, sports, creativity. So anything to do with these domains now in the full moon in Cancer are going to emphasize in your life, are going to, let's say, explode. It's either you want to have a child, maybe you want to have a hobby that you haven't maybe had in a while. Maybe you are discovering a new hobby, or the hobby that you started now brings fruits in your life, and you are making something a new, going to a different level in that hobby. For example, you started to go into the gym 2 weeks ago or 6 months ago when the new moon happened, and now you see the awesome results that hobby, that going to the gym is doing for you, or anything to do with creativity. It can be painting, singing, it can be cooking, why not, pottering, and so on and so forth, or anything that you create with your hands, jewelry, can now emphasize in your take like a stand in your life and a priority, so that you connect more with your creative child, an internal child inside. This is the time where you heal your creative self, your sexual self. Creativity, so the energy of creativity is also related to your sexual self, for those of you that know the second chakra. So these are going to be the energies that you need to connect, dear Pisces, in order for you to feel in alignment with the energies of this full moon in Cancer. And that's what's valid for all of the sign. We've closed now the signs, and I'm just going to give like a conclusion of the full moon in Cancer, and what all of you as a collective can do in the full moon in Cancer. As I said, I repeat a bit the story that I said at the beginning. Find the love and the heart, the love for yourself. See where you don't love yourself enough, or you could love yourself more. Open your mind to find the epiphany, or the out of the box picture, to see how to do that, how to change that, how to not do the same errors. Find the sacred space in your home, whenever, or with a friend, with a therapist, with a healer, with a psychic, or someone that you resonate with and trust, and do the changes so that you detach from the old ways of how you did not love yourself enough. Okay? This is just the little story that the universe is telling us with the full moon, and how you could actually uh, evolve in the caretaker and the mother archetype that we need to become and be to ourselves as adults. Okay? We always think there's a saying that we always think that when we are young, someone is going to come and save us. But we do not understand that the ones that are going to come to save us are the ones from us from the future. We, the ones that have grown into who we are, we're going to go back and recall all the pieces that we left behind when we were scared, when we were little, when we thought that we don't have the patience or the courage or the strength to do some of the things. And we are just going to come, and like a good mother, like a compassionate and loving mother, is going to just go and bring all those abandoned children and make ourselves full again, full and whole. Amazing. Hope it was nice for you. You understood my lecture, my preach. Hope is going to help you in this moon cycle. And now we are just going to do a clearing that I always find useful to do whenever you want to integrate the energies that the full moon, and not just the full moon, all the energies of ascension that are available to us these days. For those of you that know, we are in an ascension process. We are growing. The planet is already in the 5D. We need to grow into the 5D version of who we actually are, and leave behind the 3D, the 4D self dimension that we were, and become the 5-dimensional being, or maybe even higher for some of us, to incorporate these energies and integrate, and not just that, ground those energies into earth and for the entire humanity. So coming back to the clearing that I want to make tonight, I always recommend to do a clearing whenever you want to integrate the energies that are coming to us, and they are always available, but mostly they are available and they are more strong when we have these windows in times, as I call them, where the universe is opening a window or a door and releasing, let's say, some of the energies that we need to integrate at a deeper or higher level. And with this full moon in Cancer, it's no less than powerful, because they are very they are very powerful, especially because we start a new year. And also for those of you that are Christian, Orthodox, or Catholic, you all know that there is something that is called Epiphany, celebrating or the baptism of Jesus Christ that was happening with the water, and that was, let's say, happening where is celebrating today, is celebrated today. So these energies are not necessarily something that are, let's say, I want you to believe in. It's just that the fact that for so many years, these festives or these holidays were celebrated. Just the fact that so many people have given the energies for that specific cause, it's a lot of energy that you can connect with. It's a lot of healing bonus and energy that you can undergo and use today. So, as I said, we are going to do a clearing, not just for the energies that are happening in the religious way, but also because of the ascension energies that we all have, and including the full moon in the full moon in Cancer today. Yes. So let's close the eyes, guys, to start the, let's say, clearing meditation. It's going to be pretty short, so I'm going to just guide you. So allow yourself to close the eyes. We are going to invite Saint Archangel Michael to be with us, and the Lords of Karma to be with us tonight, to surround us with the cloth of protection, the blue cloth of protection, and in order for us to feel safe in this sacred space, so that we have this clearing. I invite you to connect with your breath. Amazing. Release or breathe 3 times from the belly. Amazing. And now I want you to invite, I want to invite you to connect with the top of your head. Bring your mind's eye to the top of the head, the forehead, nose, mouth, the neck, chest, the belly, and your hips, knees, and feet. Amazing. And now feel your whole body up to bottom, heads to toe. Point your Focus in the heart space. I'm going to invite the Divine Mother, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Kuan Yin, to be with us tonight in this sacred space. And to help us connect with the water energy, with the water of the moon, with the tides. Enter more into your heart space and imagine here that you are walking on a path. See how you perceive it. It can be on a forest path, a beach path, a plain, however it comes to you. In one of the sides, left, right, however it comes to you, trust your instinct, trust your intuition, front, back. You're going to see a pond or any kind of water. And in your left side, if you're going to watch in this pond or this water, it can be a lake, it can be a sea. On the left side, you are going to see a waterfall. And I want you to have the courage and the joy to swim until you reach this waterfall. Once you reach the waterfall, I want you to bathe in this waterfall. While you are in the water, you are also bathing in this waterfall. See yourself laughing, enjoying the water element, understanding that we are born and birthed through the water. And water holds the best memories of who we are and of Earth itself, the memory of Earth itself. And by drinking and bathing in this water on Earth, we are connecting more and more to those memories and to the memory of who we are and the memory of Mother Earth and the ancestry and ancestors that once lived and that maybe we were in other lives. I want you to become aware of how cleansing the water is for you every day. Whenever you take a shower or whenever you drink the water, how powerful and how nourishing and sacred the water is. Become aware of how you can better make it more sacred in your life, to cherish and to become more grateful for its existence. Also, become aware that emotions are the water inside of ourselves, and we are made of more or less 70% water, which means that we are water beings. That the music that we listen impregnates in our water or the water inside and makes different shapes and different emotions arise in ourselves, which each sound or each note, musical note. And see now what music you are playing in your home, which is your body. What music you leave your ears to hear to. The music of your words, the music of other people's words, or the music of the songs that you are hearing. Let's ask now for forgiveness to the water. While you are bathing in the waterfall and in this water, I want you to feel the cleanliness that is this water bringing to all your being on different levels. And I want you now to ask for forgiveness. Dear water, I forgive myself for everything I might have done wrong to you, consciously or unconsciously, across all times, spaces, or dimension in this creation or this planet. I am sorry for everything I have done to abuse you as an element, becoming more aware or conscious each day of how to cherish and become more grateful for your existence. I forgive myself for everything that I could have done wrong through water. Any sort of magic that I might have used in this life or other lives through water that could have now, today, or in other lives affected me or my ancestors or the ones that are coming to my own doing, feeling, thinking. I ask for forgiveness. Please forgive me. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. And now one more plunge in the water and in the water floor and embracing the human water element being that you are. You are going to come out softly and slowly from the water, and you are going to pick something from that scene. Remember that we were walking on a path, so I want you to pick something that calls to you. It can be a flower, it can be a leaf, a rock, anything that you can bring with you, but asking for permission. Please let me bring this with me as an omen, as a symbol of peace and gratitude and forgiveness and peace that I closed with the water today. Take that with you and put it in your heart space. Put it in your heart so that it stays with you like a seed for now and forever. And slowly, slowly coming back with your mind's eyes in the heart space. You're going to slowly, slowly, but surely touch yourself, moving your head, moving the neck, touching your body, moving the feet and the hands. And slowly opening your eyes. Amazing. Very good. I felt all the energy and all the cleanliness and the forgiveness that you guys, the one watching now, or the ones that are going to see it after in the recording, thank you so much for giving yourself the time to do this cleansing. And also now you are going to receive all the updates, activation, and all the energies of the ascension with less stress, with less worry, and less resistance. So, as I was saying at the beginning, I'm also pulling out an oracle card for these events. We are already a bit after 1 hour, but it's fine. We are closing soon. So this is our card for tonight. So I was guided to put out the from the Mother Mary Oracle cards deck. This is the card. These are the cards, and the card that I pull out right before this circle is number 37, Our Lady of Sacred Union. Look at this beautiful card, guys. And as you can see, the water falling down from the heart. This is such a beautiful image. And what the fall is doing is feeding all these flowers, these garden flowers right here. And 37 also reduces to number 10 or number 1, because also 10 reduces to 1, which represents a new beginning, a rebirth, guys. So this is such a beautiful energy for tonight. So let me read this card for you, and everything that the message wants to provide. So it says this: there is a conflict occurring within you, and perhaps you see this reflected in your world. There are worrying opposites trying to find a way to be together in peace. It is not because you are doing something wrong, it is because you are doing something right. You are growing. I will keep you safe. I will ensure you find a way by which all can function in harmony. Trust me as I guide you into sacred union within yourself and with the world around you. Do not give up, beloved. Harmony will find its way into your heart soon. Sometimes choices need to be made between this way or that. Sometimes this is healthy and essential for your growth. Yet there are other times when a choice of inclusion, choosing both this way and that, is the way through which we can best grow. A choice of inclusion allows us to learn how to bring apparently opposite forces together into harmony within us and in our world. This might be showing up a completely internal issue for you. Perhaps you are dealing with a conflicting desires for a family and love relationship, and to feel safe and secure internally in that community. But at the same time, you are longing for independence and freedom to explore and express yourself and your creativity in the world. Perhaps the inner struggle of coming together is far more subtle and difficult to pin down. A sense that you want to live your life light and with joy, but also that you really want to know and be who you are, to not hide yourself from yourself or anyone else, even if that means expressing anger or sadness or fear. You might be trying to find a way to be both the mother and the lover, or the father and the friend. You might be trying to find a way to be the healer and the vulnerable one who needs healing, love, and support too, despite all the strength. This might also be an issue that is reflected in your physical world. Perhaps you are trying to decide on relationship issues such as whether to proceed into marriage, or are wondering now to build a better relationship with yourself. Perhaps you are trying to bring your head and heart together so that your life feels aligned and moving in one direction, rather than feeling pulled apart by competing demands on your time and energy. Our Lady of Sacred Union shows up when we are working on finding a way through opposition and disharmony and into integrating and functional behavior. Conflict can be an essential aspect of growth, like friction that creates sparks and fuels the aspect of growth, of fire of transformation. Our challenges can fire us up and give us the impulse we need to take action and be bold, or sometimes they can wear us down and lead us into emotional fatigue and depression, particularly if we feel that the challenge has been continuing on far too long without respite or relief. No matter whether we are on fire with a passion for finding a solution, or drained and exhausted and needing the tender, nourishing grace of heaven to inspire us with a solution that we have not as yet been able to find, Our Lady is here to help. She asks you not to worry about one choice or another, but to make space in your heart for a third option, another perspective, another way to be with this issue. Thinking about outside of the box, guys. Remember, she says that there is always another way to be, no matter how set in stone your situation or issue may appear to be. There is always another way, another perspective, another path through the issue into resolution. Allow her to bless you with her guiding hand now as she shows you the other way through into harmony. So, Mother Mary is our sacred space that we need to go to right now, guys, in order to find the new way out of the two ways that are conflicting or opposites together. So, if it resonates, this message with you, with myself, it does. There's also um, a calling or something that you can say to emphasize this. Mother Mary reveals the transcendent choice, the third way in the perfect time. She blesses me with understanding and brings the angels to assist me now. This is for your self confidence, having the confidence and trust um, in her process. I celebrate her with thanks. Blessings to the Mother, the Holy Mother. Amazing message, guys. This was very helpful for me as well. Thank you so much for being here. I hope it was not too long for you guys tonight. As I said, I'm going to put the timestamps below of and to find the where you are more interested in, and go directly to that part. Let's close the circle. As always, to thank everyone watching and participating. Closing the eyes, eyes closed, hand in prayer. South, west, north, east, Mother Earth, Father Sky, and all stellar nations or light beings beings, guides, ancestors, higher selves. Thank you so much for being here with me and all the people that were here live and the one watching later. Thank you so much for your assistance. Thank you for your inspiration. Mother Mary and all the divine mothers, the energy of the moon. Thank you so much for everyone for your energies, love, and awareness. Thank you again, guys, for participating. See you next time. Take care and namaste.